Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the garage. If you clicked on this video, then you probably read the title. Is this the beginning of the end for the classic muscle car era? It's an idea that I really had rolling around in my head the other day on the way home from work. It just kind of dawned on me. It's something that I never really gave a lot of thought to and didn't really take notice to it, but been in the automotive business for over 20 years. The dealership I'm at now, 17 years. So I've seen a lot of younger guys over the years come and go, younger enthusiasts. Some of them like cars, some of them don't. And I can only remember one that was interested enough in actual classic muscle cars. His dad had two, a drag car and a street car, and they just happened to both be Dusters as well. But other than that, all the younger guys gravitate towards either newer muscle, like a Mustang, or tuner cars. Focus STs, WRX Subarus, anything basically a Honda, something you could put a turbo on. So it got me thinking, like in 20, 30, 40 years, these guys are still going to be interested in those cars. So what about the muscle cars? Are they going to start fading? The classic muscle cars, the 60s and 70s cars? And it kind of almost, I see some similarities between the classic muscle cars and street rods. So I feel like street rods were more popular, maybe 20 years ago or 25, 30 years ago. We have that big Street Rod Nationals there in York. That's just up the road from me. And from the way I understand is they had to open up the year for the car show to 79, I believe. So now like classic muscle cars are allowed in the Street Rod show. And I feel like it's because the guys that were in the street rods are kind of dying off, and the popularity of the street rods had really declined. So they wanted to be able to fill the show, so they allowed newer cars to be in. I'm almost thinking that there's signs that this is going to start happening to the muscle cars. Maybe it's just my area, maybe, I'm wrong. I don't have any facts, but I just go off of what I'm seeing with these younger guys, and they really gravitate towards these newer tuner cars. And I don't know if it's for the fact that muscle cars are harder to find. I don't know, but there's a couple reasons. I mean, obviously price. If anyone has tried to buy any classic muscle car lately, whether it's Ford, Chevy, or Chrysler, the prices are pretty high, and you're not getting a lot for what you're paying for. If you go up to Chrysler's at Carlisle and you go through the like the car corral, or even some cars that are sold in the vendor aisles, you're getting basket cases, and in some cases they're just basically like 6-cylinder 318 A-body cars that they're trying to sell for like $5,000 to $10,000, and it's just, to me, that's just too high. You're getting a car that you need to do everything to, from brake, suspension, engine, trans, rear, interior, body, paint. So price is probably a big factor when you can buy one of these newer tuner cars, and maybe it's a Honda and you just buy an eBay turbo kit for it. You don't have to put a whole lot of money into it. So, and the other factor is diesels. So anyway, I think also it has to do with if they didn't grow up around anyone with a muscle car. What they're seeing is these newer tuner cars, and that's just kind of what they see it, and they like it, and they think they're fast and cool, and you hook a laptop up to them and get some type of e-tune emailed to you, and you just plug it in and you go. But so that's here and there. Some of them cars can be fast if they're done right, for sure, but they don't really have the soul or the charisma of an old muscle car, I don't think, anyway. So it's just a conversation I wanted to start, just get some other people's opinions. Is there anything that can even be done about this? I mean, if you have younger people in your family and you have a muscle car, try to get them engaged with it, try to get them interested. It's always good to get younger people in the hobby and the sport. I know it is an expensive hobby to be in. It would be nice if, when you go to a swap meet, it would be like in the old days where you could actually swap parts, something that you have that somebody else needs, and you can just kind of swap stuff instead of just gouging everybody for every last thing that you have. But that's just the way it is. If there's a small supply and there's a demand for it, people are going to ask what they can. So it's just something that I wanted to get other people's opinions on. I know my muscle cars aren't going anywhere. I mean, I do see there's, at car shows, older guys with these newer muscle cars, Camaros, Mustangs, Challengers, and I don't know if they just got into it and that's what they first got, or maybe they got rid of their old classic and now they got something that they feel is more comfortable with AC or something like that. That's not going to be me. I'm going to definitely be sticking with my old stuff. I mean, I got power steering and power brakes on that one, so that's about as modern as what I need. So I'd like to hear some other opinions on this, and maybe if you guys have any ideas of how, if there's young people in your lives. I don't have any kids, but I try to teach these young guys, that these muscle cars are great, and that's all I can do. So, if you got anything to say about it, leave it in the comments. And my next video, I'll probably be doing a header install video on this with the TTI headers, with the engine and trans and everything back in the car, just showing how easy these TTI headers are. So, all right, I'll catch you guys next time.